Sharon, your life fulfillment coach, and I want to share a thought with you that I've been thinking about this past week. Last week I was on my way to teach one of my fitness classes, and I was in the subway station, and there was this giant ad, and it was plastered all over the walls down there, and the tagline was, "What's the best that can happen?" And it really stood out to me, and it got me thinking, because we so often go to the opposite of that, which is, what's the worst that can happen? And the more I thought about it, the more I realized that by asking that question, the answer is usually a really negative answer. For example, just say you're really nervous about something, you're unsure, and you ask yourself, what's the worst that can happen? And your answer is, well, that person is just going to say no. No is actually a really negative word. And it's funny because we say that question, or we ask ourselves that question to try and make us feel better, but ultimately I think we're still keeping ourselves really small. When you can replace that with what's the best that can happen, you end up being able to think bigger. You start manifesting more for yourself, and you create a deeper sense of motivation, and you end up creating more opportunities for yourself. So I want to challenge you this next little while to really be aware of when maybe you use that question for yourself, what's the worst that can happen? And I want you to start replacing it with, what's the best that can happen? And as you try this little experiment, really pay attention and take note of how different your answer is and how different your answer feels, and what it is that you're able to create for yourself as you ask yourself, what's the best that can happen? Now, I'd really love to hear what comes up for you as you start going through this. So make sure to leave your comments below. It's also a great way to motivate and inspire other people as well in the community. So don't be afraid to check in and write your comments and your thoughts on this. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me. My email is sharon@sharonstokes.ca, and I'll see you guys next week.